Hello everybody and welcome. I'm unreMARKable. Welcome back to Subnautica 0, episode 11, I think. So, last episode we tried to go to that thing, but we died, and we made a mobile vehicle bay. So, I want to find some more silver so I can start to build the stuff to get the sea truck, because I really want that, and it's ridiculous how much silver you need. Okay, so I have 9. I only need 1 more. So, I think when I went to the beach, that was the best place to get stuff. So let's go back there again. That was good. That was a good place. Because I was exploring down by the Rocky Punchy Boys. You know, their official name. I'm going to need a lot of titanium also, so I might as well get some of that while I'm on my way. So I think this will be a nice episode where I can just like sit down and tell some stories. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to talk about. Guess I can talk about work some more. So I got chewed out at work yesterday, so I had to work my first morning shift. You know, I've never worked before 4 o'clock at this place, and they're one of those restaurants that has one of those like, you know, oh, come during the lunch and you get a good lunch deal thing. So I got called in for this shift. I wasn't even scheduled this normally. So I worked with the manager I usually don't work with. Right? So I'm there and like I don't know how to ring up this like special lunch deal or anything. I don't know the rules that's on it or anything like that. Oh yeah, here's the Rocky Punchy Boys. Alright, this is where I got my silver last time. Was in these areas. So yeah, so I work with a different manager than usual. And so she comes up to me at the beginning of my shift, like before I can even start. She doesn't even know me. Can you stop maybe? Dude. Get away, please. Thank you. Jeez. That guy wasn't very nice. So before the shift even starts, like, this person barely knows me. She's maybe, like, worked with me twice before, not even as my manager. Just happened to be there also. But, you know, creep vine goes around, the word vine, I mean, that's what I meant to say. Goes around, and I guess I have a reputation of being maybe not the most reliable worker, because I forget stuff sometimes. How do I not have 100-meter oxygen efficiency? That's kind of dumb. So I guess I don't necessarily have the best record of not messing up at work. If you guys could stop, that'd be much appreciated. I'm just trying to get some copper here. What are you? Ooh. Crystalline sulfur. May need that. So yeah, I don't have the best reputation of being maybe the best worker there, but you know, I try my best, and I think I'm at least better than the average worker there. I mean, I'd like to think that at least. And before the shift even starts, she comes up to me and she's like, hey, you know, we need to talk about this mistake you made at your last shift. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, you know, I promise it won't happen again. I just made some dumb mistake where I wasn't really paying attention. So I was rushing around and there was, you know, a lot of stuff I need to get done during my shift, you know? It's a lot of pressure. Where is this beach? So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I have to get done during this shift. So there's a lot of pressure. And I was like, okay, you know, it's not going to happen again. So, of course, you know, I'm already starting my shift, and I don't like this manager. She's not like one of those, like, she's scary. She's not one of the people who's just, like, scary because, like, she's going to be, like, quiet and, like, like, I'm disapproving of you, but I'm not going to say anything about it because me. She's like, get up in your face and yell at you about it kind of manager. So that's great. Like, I'm already like, so I'm like trying my best. I'm like, okay, I'm going to not do bad. I'm going to try to do my best during this shift because I really got to like prove myself. Be like, hey, you know, I'm not as bad as a person as like, you know, you would think. And of course, I mess up like 3 times during that, or that's like a lot for me. I mess up a lot during that shift from what I normally do, because I'm a pretty good worker. And you know, she yells at me, and I'm like, okay, you know, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best here. So that story doesn't really have a meaning or anything. It's just something that happens. So yeah, I have something else that I want to talk about. This is fun. So, the public education. Some of you could probably guess I'm in high school. Wow, big shocker. Anyway, school sucks. And I'm not saying that because, oh, I don't want to do my homework. I'm saying this because I think it could be improved. Just like the systems put in place don't really make sense to me. And I just think it could be improved, that's all. It's not that I don't like doing work. I'm generally a pretty good student. I get A's and B's. But I think the grading system is one of the things that's most broken. Because grades in, the grade book, they're treated as all even. An A in one class is the same thing as an A in another class. But in reality, that is not true at all. Or I'm saying they mean the same in terms of, GPA. A college will look at your thing and be like, oh, you got an A in this class, that means you're really good at that. Anyway, in terms of your GPA, it's the same, but in reality, it is really not, because some teachers are such harsh graders compared to others. An A in my Spanish class is not the same as an A in someone else's Spanish class, which is absurd. So I just really do not like that. That's one of the things I don't like. So that's one of the things I would personally change in a education system. Is I would want a system where you're graded more based on how you do comparatively to the people around you. That way you're like, oh, you got in the top whatever percentile of people. That means you're generally pretty smart. What was this advanced wiring getting? That means you're generally considered pretty smart in your class. And I think that makes more sense than what we have put in place. Personally. So, yeah, that's one of the things I would change. Need computer chips? How do I make a computer chip? Oh god, this is a pain in the butt. I need table coral samples! Oh boy. Alright, so yeah, that's one of the things I would personally change. Because it just really doesn't make sense to me. How you get your grades mean so much, and getting even for some people who are trying to get into a competitive college, even just a B in one class is bad. A B, getting an A sometimes this is whatever talking considered bad, because of the retention of information. It makes no sense why we're expected to they want you to know every single date in history of when all this important stuff happened, when in reality, that's really not going to matter in your day-to-day life. I know it's trying to broaden your horizons or whatever, but that's bullcrap. No. That's not, our learning should be based on application. Because when you're applying your learning to something, that's something that's going to happen in the real world. You're not going to go to a job and they're going to tell you, oh, when did Christopher Columbus sail the ocean? And no, you're not going to know that. But maybe in your job, you're going to have to, have background information about some history topic and, make references to it or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to pull crap out of my butt. But you know what I mean. The way this is made. Ha, I trapped a sea monkey. The way that is... Tests are fine, I guess, but they don't do what they're meant to be made for. Tests are dumb. They help you memorize for the moment, then you forget everything. You ask me what I learned in 4th grade, I don't know, man. No one would remember that. But you ask me what I did at a charter school where we have application-based learning. I could tell you everything, because I thought it was super interesting. And all the stuff I learned, I could apply to the world around me. That's what learning should be about. You're not going to school to remember dates. You're going to school so that you can have information that you can apply to your life. It makes no sense that your whole life is based on tests and just scores. That just might mean you're not a good test taker. I didn't want to cook that. I don't want to cook the bladderfish. That just might mean you're a good test taker. People who are good test takers are going to do good in school. But are they going to do good outside of school? Who knows? We need to be testing people on that. It makes no sense that your learning is based off of how much you can memorize. Like, and class requirements are really dumb. Like, I want to take all these fun and interesting classes that I think could be applied to my life. But I can't because I need 4 English classes, 3 math classes, 3 science classes, and my 3 social studies classes. Like, no, that's dumb. I don't want that. I want to take classes that I know will apply to my life and that I find interesting to me. Right? I hope I'm not just, like, ranting off into nothingness. But I really think it's true, because it makes just no sense to me the way the current system is made. Like, I can rant for hours and hours about this because the public education system is honestly just so broken. And actually, I'm writing a paper on this, and this summer I would like to create a whole documentary on it, on why I think the public education system sucks and how I would change it. Because it's really outdated. Like, since the beginning of, like, recorded, like, education, I feel like you're gonna see a teacher standing in front of students talking at them, not with them, at them. Because, yeah, there's, like, conversations that you can have and, like, debates and whatever, but that's very rare that you get to talk with your teacher. It's more getting talked at by your teacher. So I just and the prevalence of here's one thing that makes me mad. The prevalence of mental health issues that are in teenagers is horrible. Like, we need therapy. We don't need therapy. Some people need therapy. I don't know, maybe I need therapy. I don't think I need therapy. But yeah, of course, people are, like, the media likes to blame it on social media. Like, oh, this is the new thing. This is the problem. Nah. Like, yeah, obviously it's a part of it. But schooling is way too stressful for students. Like, it shouldn't be this stressful. It's stressing about memorizing facts for the moment, then forgetting them as soon as you don't need to know them anymore. And the system of trying to teach kids isn't like, let's learn how to apply this to our lives. It's no, let's learn how to memorize for... I keep saying the same thing over and over again. But, like, it makes me so mad. Need more gold and titanium, I guess. So, yeah, it makes me mad, because the system is just not the way it should be, and it really should and could be improved. We need to bring the stress off of students. We need to take the shift off of tests. I'm not saying tests aren't important. We should have tests. I'm saying you shouldn't expect students to study for hours upon hours upon hours for tests. You know, like, it should be more like, hey, let's just have a quick check-in to see where you're at. And the learning should be based on, hey, we're going to teach you this information, and then the real test of it should be on how you can apply that. Because, great, I know a bunch of math stuff. Like, I know a bunch of equations and proofs from geometry, but what is that going to do if I don't know how to apply it to my life? The most important question a student can and should be asking is, how am I going to use this? How can I use this in my daily life? Like, teachers get so, like, ugh, whenever they hear that question, which is absurd. Why is your question... Like, you're like, oh, there's no dumb questions, but then as soon as we say, how am I going to use this in my life, they're like, ugh, don't ask me dumb questions like that. Like, no, that is the most important question you should be asking, because if you don't know how and why you're learning information, what's the point of it? Students check out because school seems useless. They don't understand why they're learning this stuff, and I get it. I have that too. I might think that my Spanish class is dumb and that I'm never going to use it in my life, but hey, maybe it will be. I just don't know how I'm going to use it in my daily life, and I think that's one of the biggest problems with it. Get out of here, bud. So we're coming up to the end of the episode here, so let's see if we can I climb onto the... Oh, okay, I had it. There we go. So, we're going to leave this episode here. If you're at all interested in my crazy rants about why education sucks and how it could be fixed, definitely talk to me about it. Post something down in the comment section down below, and I will respond to it as soon as I see it. I have the notifications on my phone, so, like, I'll see it, and I'll definitely want to hear what, like, I want to hear people's opinions on stuff like this. I got I got some interesting, something that I heard from, that should be an item, I don't know why it's not clickable, interesting insight from one of my friends where I made the point about how students are way too stressed. And he's like, yeah, I don't disagree with that. I've never been stressed in school. I'm like, how have you never been stressed in school? But I guess it makes sense. Not everyone is stressed out by stuff like that. And maybe it's just because, you know, hey, they don't have the big, you know, like, they don't have a bunch of, like, oh, you need to do amazing heat fruit plant. Whoa. Whoa. That's amazing. Give me this plant. I want to... Okay. We have to end the episode or I'm going to be here forever. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you comment, all the jazz. You know how YouTube works. If you want to see us grow, put that stuff down below. Oh, that's a cool saying. I should start saying that. If you want to see us grow, do some stuff down below. Anyway, see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!